So I wrote my first book. It was called Totally Fulfilled. And I wrote that book. I literally at that time only read a handful of books in my entire life. And I wrote Totally Fulfilled. I get done with it. I hire an editor. And she's so highly recommended. I give her the book. She calls me 2 days later and she says, Dean, it's not a book. It's a 250-page conversation. You don't need an editor, you need a writer, because you're not one. For 2 days, I go back to an old story. I start beating myself up. Why would you think you could write a book? That's not your qualifications. You could barely read. I go through all this stuff for 24, 48 hours, and then finally, luckily, I had a breakthrough, and like, the hell with it. I just have a message I want to share with the world. So I take the book back, I hire an editor, and I basically said, don't change my words, just make it so I don't look stupid. And he cleaned it up, and that book was a New York Times bestseller in 2 weeks when it hit the air. If I would have stayed in that state of mind by thinking about my weaknesses, I would have not let that book go any further. I wouldn't be here today.